Greetings! Welcome to my very first instructional video on guitar lessons for mortals by mortals. So I'm a self-proclaimed guitar mortal. I make mistakes. I'm still learning every day. I picked up the guitar about 4 years ago. My friend had a gun in his hand. So I was like, okay, I'll go buy a guitar, and I've loved it ever since. And today I just want to talk a little bit about the guitar, and this video is for absolute beginners. So up here we have the headstock. These are our tuning keys. That's how we adjust the strings to tune the guitar. And we then have the fretboard. And then we have, of course, the strings. The pickups. This is what measures the vibration of the strings and sends that signal to the effects pedals and the amp. You have your whammy or tremolo, whatever you want to call it. Then you have your volume and tone knobs. This switch, this is a Stratocaster, by the way. This switch changes the pickups. This will be your front pickup. This would be these two pickups. This is just the center one. This is the center and the bridge. This is the neck pickup. And this is just the bridge pickup. I usually play on just the bridge pickup because it just sounds raunchier. The tone knob, if you turn the tone down, it takes the treble out. Turn it up, puts the treble back in. It's pretty self-explanatory. The strings, they start out pretty thick and they get thinner. It depends on if you're left or right-handed, I guess. The way I remembered the string names is every atom does good being empty. So we have the E string, the A string, the D string, the G string, the B string, and then the E string again. And that's probably all you need to know for now. In this first little lesson, I want to show you how to do the simplest thing I can think of, which is a power chord. The first note on the guitar is E. That's the big E string. I'll turn this down a little bit. We don't need to have it that loud. The first power chord is 0, the open string, the open E string, and then the second fret. These are called your frets, by the way. I forgot to mention that. You got your frets. Your finger needs to be as close to the top of the fret as possible. It makes it just a little easier to hold down. So the first power chord, I use just this finger, but you can use 2 fingers. It's the second fret on the A string and D string, and you're going to hit just the top 3 strings. My guitar is somewhat tuned. So I do it with this one finger so that I can just kind of bang on the guitar. The next power chord down will be the F power chord. Well, now you can't use the open string. You have to use your index finger on the first fret of the big E string or the low E string, and then your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and you just hit those 3 strings. Wow. That power chord rocks. Then you could come down to the 3rd fret, which would be the G power chord. A chord, B chord, back to the E chord. And so you can just go back and forth. You just move around, but you just find little things that work. They're simple little one little shape that you just slide, and it's gonna. Just work on doing something simple like that, and then when we want to make it do that instead of the strings ring out, all I'm doing is just resting. That's called a palm mute. I'm resting my hand on the strings that I'm hitting, boom, 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 boom. Keeping them from ringing out. And so that's, yeah, just work on just just you get a feel for how that works. And I think that's probably enough for now. Just work on that shape, on that power chord shape. Just do simple thing. Just slide that shape around. You can do it on the next string down if you want. On the A string, you just this would be a C power chord. You just index finger on the on the 3rd fret, and then on the 5th fret on the D and G strings. Those slide down too. Dave Mustaine likes to make that longer power chord there. Anyway, play around with that, and I'll be back with another video. Here I go.